landmarks performance tasks. First, a monument is a structure built in remembrance of a person or event. The monuments we will look at today memorialize important people or events in history. To memorialize is to do or create something that causes people to remember a person or event. Okay, so a monument is a building, pillar, or statue built in memory of a person or event, example, the Washington Monument. And a landmark is an object or a feature of a landscape that is easily recognized and marks a site or location of significance. Example, the post office served as a landmark of the 1912 town skirmish. So, thinking about those definitions, okay, what are some other famous landmarks or monuments that you can think of?
Mount Rushmore?
Yes, good. So Mount Rushmore would be one. Nope, you don't have to write this down right now. Other ones, yes.
Washington Monument.
Yep, the Washington Monument. That's okay. Okay, other ones. Think like New York City.
Oh
Audrey?
gosh.
What?
The bean.
The Bean? Oh, is the Bean in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a monument. New York. Yeah.
It is. The Bean is. Yeah. Hanukkah?
Is there one called the Lincoln?
The Lincoln Memorial.
Abraham Lincoln.
Other ones. Braylee?
The Eiffel Tower.
Yes. Good. Okay. What else, Maddie?
The Statue of Liberty?
Yep. Statue of Liberty.
Ooh. Torch.
Okay, I think that's enough. I'm glad that we know a lot of that. Okay. Okay, so our goal then for today is that we will understand the purpose that monuments and landmarks serve and the effects that landmarks and monuments have on our communities. Sometimes a memorial is placed as a landmark, an object that is easily recognized to identify the location where the important event has happened. However, not all landmarks are created. Some are simply land features, such as the Grand Canyon. As we look at different landmarks and monuments today, think about why each one might have been built, what you know about it, and any reactions you might have to it. So this is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, and this is in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. Okay, this statue is part of the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. It shows King standing with his arms crossed as he gazes off into the distance. An inscription on the side of the statue reads, "I was a drum major for justice, peace, and righteousness." Okay, some other information. Martin Luther King Jr. was the leader of the African American Civil Rights Movement. The main statue measures 30 feet high, and it shows King looking towards the horizon. And then different parts of the monument have quotations from his sermons and speeches. Okay, so this is what we're going to think about. Okay, so first of all, what was the purpose of this monument? Why do you think this monument, you don't have to write it down yet. Why was this monument built? What was the purpose? Why did they, what do you think?
To memorialize an important person in history.
Yes, good. Other ideas of why this may have been built. Braylee?
To honor him.
Awesome. Yes, Colby?
It's a tribute to him as a whole and to memorialize and honor him as well.
So it's to memorialize him, honor him, tribute to him as a whole person, to all his accomplishments, everything that he's done for us. Good. So, looking at this, is this human-made or was it naturally made by nature? What are we thinking? Annika?
Human.
It was human-made. How can you tell that? Good. Very good. When someone's looking at this monument, what emotions might they feel? What emotions might they feel? Might stir up inside of them as they look at this monument and remember?
That I feel happy that he made such a difference.
That's good, yes. Other ideas, Aubrey?
I feel like courage.
Why courage?
Because he just kept going with what he wanted to do in
proud in his accomplishments. Totally. Very good. And I'm going to tell you some things about this. Okay, this is the Paul Revere statue in Boston, Massachusetts, and it's located in a park in Boston. The statue shows Revere riding on his horse with his right arm outstretched as he makes his historic ride. Okay, so he was a patriot of the American Revolution. In 1775, Revere rode his horse from Boston to Lexington, Massachusetts, which is about 11 miles, to warn his countrymen that the British Army was approaching. The statue shows Revere in the midst of his famous ride, and today it is one of the most recognized landmarks in Boston. Okay, so you'll be looking at the same 3 questions and answering those. What was the purpose of this monument? Was the monument human-made or natural? And what emotions might this evoke in someone? This monument is, Braylee?
To show his importance in history.
Very good, yes. Any other ideas? Yes.
To honor Paul because he told America that the British were coming.
Yes. Good. What else? Trevor?
Show remembrance.
Very good. Those are all good. Okay, then our next one was the monument human-made or natural? How do we know? Kylie, and how do you know that? Okay, so someone had to carve his name, right? It didn't just appear naturally. That would be pretty cool though. Okay, emotional responses that people might have to this. What might they be feeling? Emotional responses. Colby?
Maybe they're proud to be American.
Very nice, good. Other emotions, yes.
Inspired about how a person can have such patriotism.
Very good, awesome. Why would somebody want to do that? What are we thinking? Elise? Good, it did have a big impact. You are right. Other reasons.
To show the power of Mother Nature.
That is good as well, yes. Any other reasons? Annika?
Because it caused an outrage.
Caused a what?
An outrage.
What do you mean by outrage?
Like, I mean, it was a big deal.
It did. It caused a lot of destruction, didn't it? Definitely. Okay, another reason it says that it was designated, okay, was to preserve the mountain. Okay, so that's another reason. Also, to let it be studied by researchers. Okay, good. What about, is it human-made or natural? Okay, and how do you know that? Okay, yes. What about possible emotions? What about possible emotions? Brandon?
Devastation.
Okay, so how might you feel about this devastation that it caused?
Bad.
Okay, yes, good. What else?
They could be worried that it might blow up again.
Yes, good. Other ones. Trevor?
Breathless.
Yes, good. Aubrey? Yes, those are all good. Awesome. Okay, the last one then you are going to do by yourself. So go back to your seat. San Antonio, Texas. And I did not know what cenotaph meant, so I looked it up, and it means empty tomb. Empty tomb. So this is a picture of the Alamo cenotaph. It is located at Alamo Plaza. Its rectangular base is made of granite. Okay, on top of the base, surrounding the marble of the monument are carvings of the soldiers who defended the Alamo in 1836. The monument is 16 feet high, and it also has the names of the soldiers who defended the Alamo. We have a few more questions for this one. So you have, let's see, 5 total. This was also patriotism. So that would work as well, okay, defending our country. Some interesting things about the monument, some other things that I have here. That this right here, this part is called the Spirit of Sacrifice. Okay, and we know that the Alamo defenders are all around it. And the list of the names. And some famous people that are on here would be Jim Bowie and David Crockett. Okay, and their names are on there as well. So you will learn more about monuments and landmarks in the performance task you will be completing. Monuments are a way to memorialize important people or events in history. You are now ready, in a few days, to complete your performance task. Okay, so we know that it is a symbol for freedom, courage, and strength. Very good. Okay, let's look at our next one. Some of you might recognize this one right away. Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument, Castle Rock, Washington. I will tell you a few things about Mount St. Helens. Let us listen. This shows Mount St. Helens from a distance, releasing a plume of smoke from the central part of the volcano. Okay, this is a United States national monument that includes the region surrounding Mount St. Helens, an active volcano. Mount St. Helens last erupted in 1980, causing a great deal of destruction in the area. I remember that too. That was really, really big eruption. Okay, so the same three questions. What was the purpose of this monument? Was it human-made or natural? What emotions might this evoke? Now, was it put there? Think about the names and the soldiers that are carved on there. What is its purpose? What is its purpose, Maddie?
To remember all the people that died.
Yeah, good. Very good. Then we have, how was that purpose achieved? I keep doing that. I kind of just gave that away. How was the purpose achieved, Trevor?
They were all names on the side.
Yes, they all the names and the carvings on the side. So then is this one, let's see, man-made or natural? Human-made or natural? What are we thinking? Human-made or natural? Lucas, which one is it? How do we know it's human-made? Yeah, people carved in it. So, what is important about its location? That it's at the Alamo Plaza in San Antonio, Texas. That it's in that specific place. That it's not like in Washington or New York. Why is it important that it's right there? Lucas? Yes, good. That's where they defended it. It marks the spot. That's where it happened. And then our last one, what emotions might this evoke from people who go there and see this cenotaph? Remember, it's an empty tomb. What emotions might that evoke from people who go to visit it? Ashley, what do you think?
Maybe amazed.
Okay, and why amazed?
Because it happened right there.
And there's something about being at a spot where something historical has happened, just, kind of feeling that history around you. Aubrey?
I'm kind of like sad that a lot of them died.
Very good. And maybe, I bet even people who have relatives or ancestors, go visit this, people who died there. What else?
Astonished.
Why astonished?
Because they're there and they're looking at how all the people had died there and who fought for their country.